Hello and welcome to the latest episode in our series of Antser Subject Matter Expert Talks. In each episode, our subject matter experts come together to discuss key topics and issues currently facing the sectors we work in, from children's and adult services to education and health. Our expertise spans 30 years, and we combine best practice with innovation and new emerging technologies to lead the way in doing things better, in partnership with local authorities and independent providers.
Okay, welcome everybody to our second Antser Talk, where Marianna and I are privileged again to come to you to have some conversation around pupil and student and young person voice. Marianna, would you like to say hello to everybody again?
Yes. Hi, everybody. We luckily enough are joined today. We have a very, very special guest with us who is joining us from our Children in Care Council in Bristol. And her lovely name is Cassidy Westlake. So hi, Cassidy.
Hi.
Hiya. And I think what would be really good is just to kind of, just give us a little bit about you, Cassidy, how old you are and what you're currently studying, because I think that's fantastic.
Okay. Well, my name's obviously Cassidy Westlake. I'm studying level 3 animal management in my first year at college, and I was 17 last month, so yeah, and I love animals, so that's why I went with animal management course. And I'm hoping to become like a vet or someone to do the RSPCA when I'm older.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. That's really, really great. And it's absolutely brilliant that you're here today. And just for those who haven't joined our conversations before, Marianna and I discovered some time ago a real passion for listening to the voice of children and young people. And what we want to do today is to listen to the voice of a real young person who is part of that Children in Care Council in Bristol, because I'm certain that Cassidy has a great deal that she could share with us adults about how we can improve the life chances of children and young people. So Cassidy, let's kick off by tell me, how did you get involved in the Children in Care Council in Bristol? How did it happen?
Well, because obviously I'm in care, I think it was Chris that introduced me to the idea of it. And I thought, yeah, that sounds like really good. He was explaining about what they do and like how they get involved with other people. And yeah, I think that was really great. So I decided to join it.
Amazing. And how long have you been involved in the Children in Care Council?
Well, my first time starting was about 2 years ago. And then I did it for a few weeks and then I stopped, and now I've started it again like a few weeks ago.
Well, brilliant for you. Well done. And do the Children in Care Council provide an opportunity for you to have a voice in what's happening?
Yeah, definitely.
And what kind of things do you have a voice in? What kind of things do you talk about and decide upon?
Well, like with the independent visitors, we decide like about that. So how and when you have like visits with other people, and yeah, and then we go out and do really fun things.
And do you decide what those fun things are yourself?
Yeah.
And
I know that, sorry Joy, just to jump in, because I'm also guessing as well, Cassidy, that you've done a few different projects as well with the Children in Care Council.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've attended some of the twilight sessions with the corporate parents, is that right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, which is really great.
And is your independent visitor with you today?
I don't know, actually.
Not today. Chris is from the Children in Care Council.
Oh, I see. Well, Chris, we're very pleased that you're here as well, and that's great. So, Cassidy, I'm really interested in why did you get involved in the Children in Care Council in the first place? Because I find I find that sometimes it's really easy for young people to sit back and go, oh, there's nothing I can do about, there's nothing I can do to kind of make things better, so I'm not going to get involved. So why did Cassidy get involved in the Children in Care Council?
Well, I think it's just a great opportunity for like learning independent skills and actually getting your voice heard. Because like in some cases, well, most cases, people think that children in care are just like another one in the system, and that, yeah, they're never going to do good in life. So it's good that they believe that we actually can do good in life.
Wow, that's really profound. That's honestly, that's really profound. I know our boss is very, very keen on the fact that children who have been in care and are in care should have exactly the same opportunities as everybody else. Why do you think sometimes some teachers and kind of adults think like that about children who are in care? Why do they think they are not going to be able to achieve?
Well, probably because maybe they've had like a bad upbringing and they're gonna carry on like with that bad childhood and decide they're gonna like maybe treat others differently and like maybe like misbehave, as they would say, even though there's not really such thing as misbehaving really.
So I'm not going to ask you to tell me about your behaviour, Cassidy, but have you experienced that yourself, where people, as you've grown up, have treated you differently because you have been in care?
Well, some like peers, but yeah, like some people from my secondary school.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And what would your message be to those people who have looked upon you as somebody who's not going to do particularly well?
Well, probably that well, I'm doing well so far, and I'm hoping to do really well in the future, and I'll make sure that that happens for me to like do well in the future.
Okay, so what's been your biggest motivation? What's been the thing that has kept Cassidy really motivated to do well?
Well, probably like I've always been set in my mind that I wanted to work with animals, and because I've been with animals like around me all my life, I've always wanted to help them. So it's kind of like motivated me to help them because I've been around them all my life.
I think you're amazing. I think you're amazing, and I'll tell you why I think you're amazing. You're amazing because obviously, as a head teacher, I have worked with lots of children and young people who have been in care and are in care, and when you talk to me, a number of them come to mind. One young lady who I worked with a couple of years ago, who was absolutely convinced that because she was in care, she wasn't going to achieve anything. She just wasn't going to, life was not going to be as good for her. And when you have that kind of mindset, it's hard, isn't it, to kind of get out of that mindset and be determined and single-minded. And that's why I think you're amazing. And that's why I think you could have a massive part to play in working with children and young people who are in care and who think like that. So I think that's fantastic.